Alright, welcome back everyone to A Programmer Plays Hyperbolica, episode 3. In our previous episode, we went into a spherical farm and shot some gophers. We also went to the beach and found a sand dollar, and that was about it. I guess we did also find a watch. So this time, we're gonna go over here to ancient Greece, maybe? I don't know. Alright, so it's actually a really good illustration here because we've got this square grid on the floor. Really good illustration of how you have four-sided things in a five-sided world. Is it five-sided? Because it seems six-sided based on how these walls are. Right now we're standing in the middle of a square, but see how the square plus this square plus this square don't add up here in the corners. Interesting. I wonder if you're intended to come to this one first, and maybe that helps illustrate what Hyperbolica is about. Well, regardless. The non-Euclidean Museum Obscura is so unique. The corners of the square tiles on the floor are only 60 degrees, but I've always thought that squares have to have right angles. Check it out. Okay, so we're in a six-sided, 60 degrees. You have a ticket. The Nemo opens the door to you. Enjoy the gallery. Okay, so there might be more of a sequence to these areas than I thought. Alright, let's do again. I don't like that the camera gets yanked over like that. It feels bad. There's kind of no way around it from a development perspective, but it still feels bad to be like, I'm gonna walk this way. Almost missed you. Well, I actually did miss you, but not in a weird way, in a normal way. So this is the non-Euclidean Museum of Obscura, also known as the Nemo. There's always a wait list to get in, especially when Benny's work is on display. Benny is this super mysterious artist. I accidentally met him one time and he was pretty out there. Oh, he likes to collect things too. Maybe Benny has a platonic crystal. Wouldn't hurt to ask? I mean, it could hurt, but maybe just emotionally. I guess I wear my art on my sleeve. Huh. Well, let's try and find Benny. If we split up, we can cover more ground. So I'll look for him over there. Over here, over there, whatever. Whatever that person said. Collect them all. It's about the box you don't see. Almost looks like a Pokemon reference, but not quite. I don't really know what this means, but I like the colors, and it's air conditioned here, so that's nice. Benny's an amazing artist. He blends new objectivity, futurism, expressionism, and datism. But you're like new since you're here at such a gallery event. Even though Benny is an artist, he's also known as a big collector of unique and unusual items. I only collect novelty frog hats. I don't really think Benny would be interested in those. Wearing a frog hat? No, you're wearing a bow. Elea. What looks very much to me like some SHA-1 hashes. Maybe MD5. Hashes regardless. Security gets mad when people try to climb the art, but something about this piece really triggers my Something about this piece really triggers my primal urges to climb. A really floaty jump. I don't get it. You have a clue what this is supposed to mean? Probably death. Wow, this is like really deep, you know? AI, goodbye. Impression on the nightmarish vision of being fractured into 1,000 pieces, only to be reconstructed over and over again. Last time the Nemo hosted Benny's art, there was an impromptu knitting mosh pit. It was not for the faint of heart. Joy of fish, dreaming of a butterfly leads to a night to remember. Not sure if BrainLink was set up for hyperbolic geometry. Sometimes I get really queasy, especially in this gallery. I've already lost it. I haven't seen all the art pieces. Non-Euclidean Museum Obscura only lets a certain number of people in at a time for Benny's shows. Seems fair after the flannel incident. I wonder who's hosting this private server. There's so many users here, but none of them are even paying an access fee. I wonder if I was an artist for a long time. I wonder if I was an artist a long time ago. I can't remember. Home is where the art is. Don't worry about the gray goo. It's normal. Gray goo probably being a reference to nanobots that consume everything. Just realized my BrainLink hasn't been charged for a while. Better find some power before I get disconnected. Not into all this artsy stuff. It's completely out of my wheelhouse. Road to nowhere. Keep scrolling. Wirehead. Time. Spiral. I work at BrainLink on experimental tech, but I signed a non-disclosure agreement, so I can't talk much about it. Very suspicious about this. Possibly lasers. Sort of art performance piece. I don't want to touch it, but I kind of want to see what it does. Maybe you should try it out. I'm assuming, yeah, this is a effective dead end. I don't really know what I'm pointing at. There we go. You found an ideal cube puzzle. Hyperbolica's famous ideal cube puzzle used for speed cubing competitions. Watch out for the sharp edges. Okay, well, that's something. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. That's a pretty cool souvenir there. This piece is making me feel uneasy. I'm not feeling great about this gallery. Something feels wrong about this whole place. Oh, I get it. This art is a parody of the commodification of digital art audiences as both the viewer and the product. Of course, genius. I follow you. You may watch the eye, but who watches over you? Ah, nice. Okay, so this is a fun one. an impossible shape, like a one-sided three-dimensional shape. It pierces itself. Yeah, so we don't have a pointer on screen, but if we did, you'd see like we're on the inside of the neck, inside of the neck, inside of the neck, inside of the neck. Oh, that's now the outside of the body, outside of the body, outside of the body, outside of the neck, outside of the neck, outside of the neck, outside of the neck. Now we're inside the body, inside the body, inside the body, inside the body, back into inside the neck. Essentially, a Mobius strip, but in 3 dimensions. Model of serendipity. Though we try to possess the intangible, it exists everywhere. No vial or flask may contain it. Going up to everyone and talking to them, bold move. I respect that. I mean, I have to. I feel like I haven't found the thing. They're just like constructed vision of one's perspective on life, dude. How are we even here? You know, like reality, man. Reality. Where can I find that tea? Climb top and figure it out, man. Figure it out. Okay. I have a rule when it comes to conversations, we don't speak of the flannel incident. Another reference to the flannel incident. I'm assuming that that's going to become like essentially the noodle incident of this game. Oh, this actually goes anywhere? Oh, well. Got an achievement, ride to the top of the Ferris wheel. Time poem. Originally, this piece had an audio component, a scream that became louder after each revolution. Oh, this piece feels like a psychological reflection of the artist's grief. I wonder what trauma Benny has been through. Sorry, I don't want to speculate on his private matters. I definitely, like, this one more than the others, I feel like I'm failing to grasp how much space is like folded in on itself. Right. We like took a right. We essentially like hugged right-wise, but there's just a lot more to that. I haven't looked at this one yet. Beacon, this piece invites the viewer on a journey to ascend upwards. A lot of users hanging over here are big fans of Benny. They think he might show up in a random spot and give them an autograph. Fair enough. Alright, back to this hat. It speaks to my soul. This piece is a commentary on the repetitive nature of asterism, or more of Dadaist statement. Dadaist? I don't actually know Dadaist. Wow, this piece is so provocative, but I still don't know what it means. Art piece doesn't have a plaque. Do you ever just stare at something and wonder, is this art? Like, what is art? Yes, the way it utilizes color and form is definitely a statement only an artist like Benny could make. This really reflects the current zeitgeist, so modern. Steal the hat. No, we'll leave the hat for now. If we don't find Benny elsewhere, we'll you need a lot of money to run a mid-sized virtual world, which is why most people charge an access fee. You're also required to get a license to operate BrainLink sense data. Look at it. Who it is? You must be the curator. So nice to meet you. I've seen you speak with the other guests. You're quite the chatterbox. I'm a longtime patron of Benny's work and simply love his notice. Moments, yeah, so utterly irreverent. Tears of the Innocent. This deeply unsettling sculpture depicts the destruction of the soul as time inevitably crushes your dreams. It's installed in the city for several years. Onlookers call it the Blue Scrunchie. Selfies next to it. If they do. over here. You mind moving? We're on a date. Right here. Our first fancy date. Usually we stay up late and watch a lot of funny videos. Visiting an art gallery can be fun. Soul. This vision was conjured by the artist while picnicking by the roadside. Even though the sun is unthinkably far away, it's still really hot here. On Earth, the sun looks and feels about the same size everywhere, but the curvature here means it's going to get either too hot or barely visible. It can be very frustrating. Yeah, okay, so sun completely consuming our vision. But if we walk over here, I'm going to see it in the skybox as well. Smaller, and it's getting darker. Smaller and smaller. Not actually like curved. Like a lot of this makes you think that stuff is curved. It's not. Still straight away. I appreciate that we're getting like landmarks essentially, sort of orient ourselves with. The Ferris wheel, the pillar, the sun, all helping to get a sense of where things are. All right, let's steal the hat. Steal the hat. All right. Have we fully explored this area? I mean, it's possible that this is one of the crystals, but I don't think it is. You guys say anything different now that I've stolen the hat? Oh, so it's a performance piece. Now that is art. You're part of the performance, right? Could have been sublime. The true meaning of the hat all becomes so clear now. Funny, the hat was supposed to interact with this whole time. Benny is a genius. Oh, could we are also part of the performance piece all along? The hat was a metaphor. Yes, it's brilliant, but maybe there's an even deeper layer. Yeah, okay. We just straight up missed this before. Recursions fix the recursive nature of recursion. Don't you find this art piece rather redundant? Across the fields is a piece now? Can you believe it? I've always wanted to ride the catapult. Free prisoner problem. Captivity, freedom, execution. Let's make a deal. Play the odds. Benny's surrealism is so delusional. Maybe he really has lost his mind in that maze. That's what former confidant told me. What a shame. The Nemo could do so much better than show this hack's work. Alright, keep thinking I'm running out of places to look, and then I'll see a piece of art that I haven't seen before. A long day of working on the farm, I like to do a little exploring. This Benny fellow is quite eccentric. I don't see what the fuss is all about. Can you believe we're at Benny's gallery? He's super secretive and a bit of a recluse. Doesn't even show up at his own art shows. That adds to the art's appeal in a way. Autonomy, there are no illusions in art, for it can be transcend beyond mathematics and physics. This is the use of mind which constructs the ultimate illusion. So, classic perspective trick. Break by just walking through that. Alright. This one feels suspicious to me. Invites the viewer on a journey to ascend upwards. Body unlinked, we are all neural dust in the wind. I don't really know what this means, but I like the colors and it's air conditioned, so that's nice. Kipple, deep learning, split consciousness, can weather many storms. I heard that Benny is actually watching all of us. He's observing how his art is being received. Yeah, there's like a whole section over here that I haven't interacted with. The thing about this place screams dolphin. I don't know why. Nostalgia, future and past merge in the present. Love the aesthetic here. Virtual worlds being used to be a novelty. BrainLink integrated haptic feedback and sense data. Somehow the breakthrough in smell and taste convinced more people to use VR. No, I don't see that happening. Knife to meet you, my butter half. Unmask the deep sadness and emotional suffering. Butter that you don't look too to this one. There always seems to be an element of darkness in Benny's work, don't you agree? So far, yes. I kind of wish I could meet Benny personally, but he doesn't do meet and greets. Maybe it's best not to meet your idols. Addition, love extends beyond a simple profession of choice. Defying expectations may also bring great fulfillment and success. I'm sorry, Father. I only wanted us to grow closer. Is this what you wanted from me? I know we're not supposed to climb the art pieces, but what if Benny wants visitors to climb them? That makes part of the art performance? Whoa. Multiple people have said things that make it sound like we are supposed to be climbing the art. Ascend. Are you close enough for me to jump on? Yes. And I'm betting that the piece is going to be up here. So Benny. How charming, another one has come. Yes, I am Benny. It's been a while since anyone has visited me. You see, I create art to open people's eyes to the truths. Hyperbolica, to bring light to those just looking at shadows. But what if we are only looking at shadows too, and a hand in a higher dimension is trying to reach down to us? Maybe that's just my mind creating its own narrative to cope with what happened to me. My memories are all entangled in a ball of chaos. The more I search for the truth, the more I get lost inside. Sometimes we just aren't ready for the truth. I know I wasn't. But I can still access my true name. Nil didn't take everything away. Not yet. You must sound mad, just an eccentric artist, mumbling like a dreamer without sleep, and you wouldn't be wrong. But if you're here, then we have a second chance. I thought the other one had potential, but that plan was abandoned. Ah, I can see you're a collector as well. I'm quite a completionist myself, so I know what it's like to feel complete. I will give you another piece to help you along your way. Maybe you will have more luck with it. There we go. I hope you keep collecting the other things too. Come visit again if you ever have the whole trinket jamboree. And one more thing. Be careful out there. Yeah, that definitely, to me, hints at our friend potentially being sketchy. I think I've missed this entire thing here. Oh, cool. Hey, bro, do you have time to help me with my view? This guy. Walled garden. Within each branch is another branch. Within each self, another self. Take a look inside to see. So, let's talk real quick about inverted mesh faces. So, in video games, everything's made up of usually everything's made up of triangles, because the triangle is the simplest shape that you can make something 3D. You have a point, another point, they're connected by an edge. You add a third point, and it's connected both of the other two by additional edges. Now you've got a triangle which can be in 3 dimensions. Connect enough triangles together, and you get shapes like those trees. The triangles can either be two-faced, so got the triangle on one side and then the flip triangle on the other, or it can be single-faced, meaning just one side of the triangle is visible. You view it from the other side and it's invisible. Typically, we do things where the outside of the triangle is the face. It faces outwards, and so if you go inside something, it's like you're able to completely see through them. We've all seen the bugs of like you clip inside of a character's face in an Assassin's Creed, and all you can see is their eyeballs or something like that. You can sometimes, though, make the triangles just on the inside of the object, and that's really useful for tricks like this. You'll see it used in games like Okami, where we want to have like character outlines, but it's not like a single pixel or exactly 2 pixels of character outline. It's like emphasized for aesthetic reasons. You can use a mesh that is slightly larger than your normal mesh, and the faces are all flipped inside to create an outline like this. And we can tell that this is how that's doing it. One, because the lines are different thickness at different points, so they're thicker at the top than they are at the bottom when I'm viewing at this angle. The other easy way to tell, when I stick my head inside of this, we can see that bottom face of the pyramid keeping us from being able to look out. So it's a trick that's not used a lot because it's got limited uses, but when it is, I always get happy seeing it because it's just clever. It's hey, you've got this thing, take advantage of it. Oh, this is cool. Intersection, this piece has charm and comes together in a strange symphony of truth and beauty. This is, man, alright, game development stuff. This is a good example of how you can use simple geometry to make apparent complex geometry by letting things intersect. Depending on the gaming era, having surfaces that are larger than what you can actually see has different degrees of performance impact. But this is a relatively low polygon model, really 5 very low polygon models coming together to form a complex model there. So that trick is applicable to a lot of things. The way home, this infamous art piece was put in display in Benny's first gallery show. Oh, read about all the art pieces. Great. Originally offering guests a strong cup of tea, which no one was able to taste. This is a cleverer reference than you might think. This is the Utah teapot, which is a complex 3D shape, which was used for testing 3D software in its infancy. You will see this in basically every 3D program as a primitive because 3D programmers love this thing. Like it's part of our heritage. So yeah, it's fun to see it in here. Yeah, I think that is a good place to end the episode. This one took a little bit longer because I was just kind of wandering around randomly, but got there in the end. Oh, hey, got another platonic crystal. Huzzah! Soon the Red King's wicked spell will be broken. We'll find pirate map leading to untold riches. Yeah. Oh, I have a theory I wanted to run past you. You know about biometric signatures, right? How BrainLink connects us virtual reality and simulates tastes and smells and stuff. Usually, if your signature can't be interpreted, then you'll be disconnected from virtual reality immediately, unless, and this is really rare, some people have special signatures that can bypass the security setting. Maintenance system won't notice and you'll be logged in like normal. It's a super rare edge case, but I think I'm one of those people. Why else would I be able to access something super secret like Hyperbolica while I sleep? Sorry, you can stop me if I'm boring you with my theories. Probably really busy right now solving puzzles and being cool. Yeah, let's continue on our journey, find the rest of the crystals. Ominous. But that ominous note will have to wait until the next episode. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate you being here, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.